Today we're driving a bunch of vintage Hondas, and in this video we're driving the 1995 Honda Civic Si, which was offered in the Canadian market, not in the US market. We just got the Civic EX. I'm here with Sonny from the MTech YouTube channel and Daniel from Moccasin Driver, and this is the last Civic Si that we're driving today out of these three. So I've already driven the EF hatch, I've already driven the EM1. Actually, this is the second EM1 that I've driven, and it's just fantastic. So far, this is my favorite 90s Honda, but Sonny says that this is his favorite, and we're gonna find out today. So what do we have here for an engine? We have the D16, the 1.6 liter single overhead cam, VTEC inline 4-cylinder, makes 125 horsepower, 106 pound-feet of torque, and that's made it to a 5-speed manual transmission. This SI is painted in Paradise Blue Green Pearl. Curb weight here is around 2,400 pounds. Redline, about 7 grand, maybe a little bit more. We'll see where fuel cut ends up. We have manually operated windows. And what does it say here on the tweeter? Acoustic research. Nice. Let's start this up. See what it sounds like. Very basic looking interior, looking a little bit closer to the EM1 next to us. Bit of a departure from the EF hatch that we drove recently. This car has a little bit more wear and tear. We've got a tape stuck in the tape player, but you know, you've got a CD player down here, a single DIN storage unit. And because this was a Canadian market car, we get kilometers on the outside and miles per hour on the inside. So I kind of have to do a mental reverse there with checking my speed in today's video. This 5-speed feels pretty tight still. 143,000 miles on this example. These are all really good, pretty high mileage survivors. All around 150,000 miles, which I guess for a Civic Si is just getting started, but I'm surprised at how factory fresh all of these feel, considering the mileage on them. A little bit rubberier feel here than the other two SIs, but I'm excited to get this on the road and see what it shifts like, especially at that 7,000 RPM Redline. We get rear defrost, cruise control, gauge cluster, mirror controls, glove box. Interior's worn pretty well. Lots of nice fabric. Look at these headrests. That's really neat. Interestingly, seats are a little bit better bolstered here than the EM1. Look a little bit more exciting, a bit spicier than what you got in this SI over here. I'm always impressed at how smooth and quietly these Honda 4-cylinders idle at. Same with my S2000, they're just so nice and refined. 14-inch wheels on this. We have a set of HP 108 full-way tires in 185/60 R14s. A modern tire, but probably similar grip levels to what we saw with the original tire on this car back in the mid-90s. Enjoy the drive. All of these Civic SIs have 2 latches right here, one to pop the trunk, one to pop the fuel filler. Tons of space in the back of this, no complaints there. Easy to get into with this big 2-door coupe. No AC, so we're just going to leave windows down for most of this video, and maybe we'll roll them up for a quick moment, but it is toasty out today. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so not sure how long I'll be able to survive for you guys with the windows up in this. Throaty, easy to drive, easy to launch, easy to shift. I think that's the big takeaway with the Civic Si through all of its generations. It's just how easy it is to drive and how satisfying it's been over the years. Power steering, good to have. VTEC is much more subtle in this car. only a single overhead cam. The steering is sweet though. So easy to drive, easy to shift. Pedals are perfectly placed for heel-toe downshifting. Love how responsive this 1.6 liter single overhead cam engine is. Fuel cuts just a little bit before 7,000 RPM. And yes, we are going to roll up the windows so we don't get as much wind noise. Ooh, this feels light, nimble, alive. It's fun. Coming down from speed. Oh, it's just so fluid and easy. Sounds good too. A bit more of a guttural, torquey sound to this D16. I love the handling here. There's a compliance and a softness to the suspension, but it still feels light on its feet. Beautifully composed around a corner. Once that initial body roll sets in, it rotates really nicely. Listen to that. Turning into this tight 90. So kind of surprising to see power fall off past 6,000 RPM. Still feels really revvy and happy at higher revs. VTEC changeover definitely isn't as pronounced in this. I love the shifter though. It's so responsive and snappy. A little bit of a view of that spruce spoiler. Oh, this is a great driving experience. It's funny because this doesn't really look that special. It's just got a little tiny SI badge on the back. The interior seems mostly standard, except for maybe a little bit more bolstering on the seats. Redline's a bit higher. On first impressions, you'd think that this is just a regular old Civic EX. But it's such an enjoyable driving experience. The power feels great. Ride is really soft, really supple. Of course, we have a lot of sidewall on these tires to help with that. Let's go into fifth gear. Very smooth shifts. We've got a pretty bumpy bridge right here. Let's see how the suspension handles it. Awesome. One compression and done. Brakes feel solid. Again, all of your inputs here are just fantastic. I am sweating without AC in this car. I think the highlight for me here is this shifter. It is just so smooth. No resistance at all between gates. Bit more engine noise in this SI as well compared to the other two, at least at lower revs. It's interesting to drive these three SIs back to back. Every year, curb weight increased a little bit, features became more plentiful, fuel economy kind of remained about the same, power increased incrementally. At the end of the day, though, we have three fantastically enjoyable driving experiences. still think my favorite is the EM1, but this is a close second. I love the chassis here. The handling is just fantastic. It feels so light and nimble and willing to rotate around a corner. It all comes together beautifully as a driver's car. Kind of a sleeper too. It doesn't look like much, but boy, it's fun. Just enough torque here, low down, to pull yourself out of a corner. You don't feel like you have to rev the nuts off of this thing. And really the biggest difference that I'm noticing between this single overhead cam VTEC motor and some of the newer VTEC engines is that it really doesn't pull all the way to redline. You want to shift before 6,500 RPM because that's really when the power starts to fall off. Like right there, there's really nobody home past 6 grand. The meat is right between that kind of 4,500 to 5,500 range. Now this is a great manual transmission. This might be my favorite manual of the 3 that I've driven. Well, thanks again to the Great Lakes Vintage Honda Collection for providing these 3 SIs for us today to drive. We'll be posting all these videos separately, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. This was a really fun day coming out here and driving all 3 of these cars. I think, you know, it's interesting to kind of get behind the wheel of what started the whole SI brand. And it's just affordable, fun, engaging performance. The new Civic Si is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I do miss these high-revving, naturally aspirated cars from the 90s. I think this and the EM1 are just kind of a sweet spot. And of course we didn't get this in the US, so we kind of missed out a little bit. But you can still kind of get that flavor, that magic in the 8th gen Civic Si, of which we've driven a couple of, and a couple of really nice examples too. Spin around here, park these in sequence. This is a little bit tricky to get into reverse. It almost wants you to roll backwards a little bit before you engage it. Awesome. What a fun time. All right, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. We're gonna line all 3 of these cars up next to each other and take a look at them side by side. Dude, that's a lot of fun.
Right?
Yeah, I like the engine better in this.
Yes.
But this is just a blast. It's so fluid. It's just so easy and fun and like responsive.
Exactly. It's hard to put in words why that car is so much fun. It just, you hop in it, you're like, why is it so good?
Yeah, it blew me away. I had no idea because it doesn't look like anything. It just has a Civic Si sticker on the back. Yeah. And the rest of it just looks like an EX Civic that we got here. But
no, you really would have thought it'd just be a Civic with an engine. No, it feels like the whole thing's really...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chassis is just amazing. What surprised me about the engine is that it kind of falls off on power towards redline. Like there's really nobody home after 6,500 RPM.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, or even 6 grand.
Right. No, it's not like this. We're just like power.
Yeah. fuel cut hits and you're like, I could have had more.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's what this feels like.
That's right.
I will say the one thing now that I drove this again that it was definitely much better is the brakes.
Yeah, the brakes are really good.
Brakes are way better on this, but I always thought this car had a lot of feedback, but coming right out of that, this feels numb. Not numb, but like relative.
It's different.
Like, how?
No, this was the big shocker of the day,
like
the big surprise.
Yeah.
Super fun. All right, let's put them all next to each other and give them a little rev.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.